Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen Knapp, and I'm here with Vance Courtney, the CEO of Rhino Systems AI. So we're going to get into everything AI and how you can utilize it in your business. I'm excited. This will be a really unique episode. So thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Kristen.
Yes. So let's jump right into it. How did you get fascinated in the world of AI?
This is a really good story. So 20 years as a system engineer working from DOD, NSA, even in the military. And, just being fascinated with technology. I've always been surrounded around it. And, people think AI is pretty new, but AI has been around since the 50s, just not a very good version of it.
Wow.
And it's been interesting because we've been working around voice models since 2009, 2010, while working at the NSA of analyzing voices and working within what they call LLM. So I've been around it for quite a few years, for quite a long time, and more recently, within a few years of the whole idea of being able to talk to a language model has been over the last few years as it gained popularity.
Yeah. And in the 50s, what kind of AI were they using?
Oh, it was so terrible. So you're talking about old school punch card machine type things where they were trying to have it predict, and it was so inaccurate on just basic calculations that we actually went into a cold kind of thing, the cold era of AI just kind of sat on the shelf and people working on things behind the scenes. And in the early 2000s or in 2010 and stuff, machine learning had been coming out and that type of stuff. So that's been happening in the tech space for a very long time. So this is being built out for quite a few years. And it wasn't until about 3 or 4 years ago where OpenAI kind of released this idea of how do you just talk to it like a human and get some answers back. And that was just the way we interact with that model is what really blew up rapidly.
Yeah, it felt like it blew up out of nowhere, and it felt like that was the start of it, but it's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, so technology's been around for a long time. It's I'm going to kind of date myself here, but it kind of is like the internet. They had a lightweight version of the internet called DARPANET, where it was government and schools that were using it, and then it blew up, kind of like Facebook. It was meant for only universities and schools, and then it went to the public. And so machine learning and AI has been doing that as well in the government sectors and some of the technical space, and then now we blew it to the public. And of course, as you see, it's just kind of like the internet era. I think it's going to be more impactful than the internet and cell phones that has changed our lives and the way we do things.
I think it's been so apparent how much it changes things so rapidly. And I think one of the fears that a lot of people have is it going to take my job? Is AI going to get rid of all the jobs? What's your opinion on that?
No, I love that. It's a great question. While AI won't take all the jobs necessarily the way people are worried about, what it will do is the people using AI will take your jobs. So again, this is imagine back in the day where, the internet, don't use the internet. That's terrible. Now, everybody that has a job right now is using the internet in some form or fashion. So don't be that person who isn't looking as AI as part of the future happening today. So don't get left behind. Start using it like you use the internet and you won't get left behind. So again, you'll only replace those. You'll only get replaced by those that are using AI.
Absolutely. I do think if you're not using it, you will get left behind because there's just so much information to be gained in such a dense amount of period. You can just do your job so much more effectively.
Yes, 100%. It's crazy because people are like, oh, why do I want to listen to this? I'm using AI. And most people are getting left behind because they're just using AI as another search engine and they're missing the mark. I mean, that is like the secret sauce that's happening out there. Don't use it like another Google. It does so much more for you.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Right. And so get into Rhino Systems AI. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, no, perfect. So Rhino Systems AI goes out and pretty much helps teams build out and leverage AI. So instead of like you need to hire a developer, you need to hire a technical person, we'll come out, we'll train your team on how to use AI in just a few hours. You'll be better than 99% of the people leveraging AI. Again, it's not just a search engine, it's a thought partner, it's an operating system that you can leverage to help you do 10 times more than what you're doing right now.
I mean, I think that's so important because I've even just seen that in my personal life, the way because I use ChatGPT, like just like
Yeah.
prompting, whether I prompt it in a certain way, how it can help me more, or whether
Yeah.
just learning how to actually use it has impacted me a lot. Because in the beginning, I was just using it as a search engine and I wasn't really realizing how much it could just
Dude.
help my efficiency.
So here's one little hack I'll give, and this is like part of like what we do in the training. So this one little takeaway will change the game. So ChatGPT, it's a good thing. It's a master of everything. It's a chef, it's a mechanic, it's a developer. So when you ask it a question, it's going to use all of that knowledge and try to filter through it to get you your answer. So do this one thing at the beginning of every prompt. Identify it as a role. Say you are X. Be very clear. Say you are a mechanic and you're trying to help me, or you are a developer, or you are a world-class digital marketer. Help me write this blog post. Way better than help me write this blog post. So identify the role, and it now limits its data set of information and goes right into it. Some of my favorite is find who's the best in your industry. So like in sales, somebody's ghosting you and you want help on how not to be ghosted. They're not responding. You are Chris Voss, right? Based on this text, help me with the next follow-up sequence message. Or again, I want to write a blog post or a social media post. You can sit there and say, you are Russell Brunson. Help me write this post. Or whoever your favorite digital marketer is, put it out there. We use it all the time. So identify a person and tell AI that it is that person, and it'll be world-class at whatever you want it to help you with.
Absolutely. I mean, because all of that knowledge is public, or all, when someone's online, all of their information is public and it's easy to search, so they can, get the voice pretty quickly.
Yes, exactly. And it's so important. There's many frameworks that we can use out there and go through, but just do that one tweak and watch the difference in your prompt and just test it. Ask it to do one thing, give it a role and ask it to do something, and watch how night and day different your answer will be.
Well, that's a good, because I've heard that before and I didn't understand why because I was like, I'll just ask the question. It knows the answer.
Figure it out.
That makes sense that it's sourcing so many different industries that
Exactly.
more specific.
Right. Because like there's a difference of like different types of salespeople. Or what if you wanted to be a world-class acquisition rep? So like in real estate, so what are we selling exactly in real estate? It's like, well, we don't, we buy. So you want to be super clear on like a strategy. So like I like to use something like your Steve Trang or your insert your favorite sales person, and they'll know all the stuff because he's out there, he's on the social media, and he's like well known of sales in our space. And you can use that to help you on how to acquire and use his techniques as opposed to, use Sandler method or use like Grant Cardone. And it's like, okay, but are they tied to our real estate or are they tied to like business, right? And so that's why I like it, like whether it's Chris Voss or Jeremy Miner, like that. And that's just on the sales side, let alone when you get in the marketing side or some of the other amazing features that you can use.
What would you say to somebody who's critical of AI in the sense that like we're not thinking anymore, like we're becoming dumber because we're relying on AI?
So here's the beautiful part. If you just put in something and take it without analyzing it, that may be true. And I will state this. This is going to be a very blunt statement, so we'll kind of go with this. But it's going to make the people that are dumb dumber. Yes, that's true. But I think it'll make the people that are smart smarter because you're going to question things and be inquisitive on it. Be like, no, that's not quite right. Try this. Try this. And as long as you're analyzing and understanding how it works, and not just copying and pasting and not paying attention. No, I actually think it helps you it'll actually speed up that process. And it's the easiest way to learn. And I can totally get into that topic, but yeah, I think it'll help you.
I mean, I've seen it in my personal growth so much, just how much
Yeah.
information I'm able to source.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, I love using a complex topic or how to do something. Like normally, actually, the reason why I think it'll make people smarter is most people would stop because they're not educated or they don't know how to do something. Like go update this website. And it's like, I don't know anything about web pages. You could take a screenshot of an error you're getting on whatever tool you use, not even like let's say you're in your CRM and like, I don't know Salesforce. I don't want to get a Salesforce developer. I'll just leave it as is. It's broken. Or you could take a screenshot of it, paste it in there, and now you got a developer and you become at least average, if not better, at everything by just using ChatGPT. Take a picture of your motor. You're having issues with your car. You could solve some car problems. Hey, what's this sound? You can now go in live video mode, troubleshoot it. It's making this clicking sound. Here's my engine. What's the sound? Oh, it could be this. Try this. Do it. No, that didn't work. You got a mechanic right there. So like it helps you solve problems that you wouldn't have solved before.
Absolutely. Once I was just making a website and there was just something on the website that wasn't working and I couldn't fix
Yeah.
it on Shopify, and I just pasted the code and I was like,
Yeah.
how do I fix the code? And it fixed the code for me.
Yeah, so you don't need to know about it, and most people would stop. And the beautiful part is, if you really want to learn more, you could be like, "Well, tell me why this broke." And I like this thing, thanks to Reddit. Like, explain like I'm five. You know what I mean? Like, tell it what grade level to help explain it to you. Maybe you're not college, level, developer. Okay, fine, you're a high school or middle school developer. Hey, talk to me like I'm a middle schooler learning how to develop code. Why did this work or not? And it'll break it down at your different levels, and it understands the different levels, and so you can learn at such a rapid rate too.
And kind of going off of that, what would you say to somebody who is very technically inclined or non-inclined and is intimidated by AI?
Oh, I love this. If you can Google search or you can launch an app on your phone, you can use AI. That's how simple this is, and it's not as technically inclined. What people do is they have this fear, and like again, a short session of just training on a few features of where things are. Most people don't even know that ChatGPT actually has like a built-in like app store. Like apps are going to be like old school things. It's GPTs, so they call it Chat GPT. But I told you how it's got all this information. There's like custom GPTs that people built of like how to be a professional like copywriter. So if you want to say write this post, it'll actually do it in the most professional way in somebody's guideline and created like an app or a GPT for you to use. If you want to have Tony Robbins give you life advice, instead of saying you're Tony Robbins and you want to put all these guidelines, you can go use that and talk to Tony Robbins as if he's there and get some advice. There's all these apps or GPTs that are out there for you to pick up, or gems as they call it in Gemini, but we'll stay with the Chat GPT because that's more popular. But there's a GPTs on the left hand side. You can go and explore and install like an app and start using it.
Wow, I didn't know that. And you said apps are going to be a thing of the past?
Oh, I wholeheartedly think so. I think that is going to shift. It's going to be a big change, and a lot of these AI apps that are getting built out it's just going to be it's kind of like Google. It's hard to fathom to explain. Like, how are we going to just get rid of like apps? The apps that you pay for, there's a tool called lovable.dev. If you haven't had a chance, take a look at it. Lovable.dev. You can talk to it and it'll build out the app for you. You talk to something and it builds an app for you. So if there's an app that you got to pay for, but you just want the one feature that it does, talk to AI and it'll build it for you. You don't have to be a developer, and it'll publish to the website. It's phenomenal. My 12-year-old built out a little like Etsy storefront to be able to like talk about her own like she makes like whether it's from bracelets to like yarn and like just different things, and she made a little storefront for it within a short period of time. And trust me, she doesn't code. She's on the creative side. She likes to do arts and crafts. She is not on the technical side, and she can talk to it and build out a storefront. Anybody can.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes, it's really neat.
Yeah, so there really aren't any limitations on your skill set.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
No, it's not. It's just understanding what's available and learning it, right? We're just in the learning curve right now. And then some people are just kind of resistant because they hear AI and it sounds super technical in nature. And the reason why ChatGPT is having such wild success, and I even think Google will help with this as well, is it's so easy to use. It's just a text box to start with, but there's just a few features that if you just look around, like I challenge everybody to take a second, look on the left side of your screen, go into the settings. Like, yes, there's the settings. Go look into your settings and see. There's not very many, but you can go take a look. There's just a few things like memory. Like you can actually have it not remember certain chat features or turn off memory or temporary chats. There's tons of little features in there, but just go browse around because most people are just so used to like search, type, answer. Just glance around and you'll be surprised at what's actually available because it's a super simple interface.
Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. And then, so let's get into how you started using this for real estate investing and how you kind of got it.
Yes.
Like what was the impetus of that?
Yeah, so this is fantastic of like of how to leverage AI inside for like real estate investing or how I got into real estate investing.
Yeah, how you decided to leverage AI for real estate
Yeah.
investing.
So first things first, like if you have training material and videos and transcripts, how many times do you have it where maybe you're training an employee, they watch the video, but then they come and ask you questions and they come and ask you maybe even the same question over and over? Imagine if you got to build out your own custom chat that references all your training, because maybe you do sales a little bit different than say Steve Training. Maybe you have a little bit different of a process. You put this inside this custom chat and now my team, they can interact with it and get their questions. Our training for acquisitions sped up night and day. Policies, of like a question of like, hey, do I get the holiday down? That slows down like group chats big time. They can go engage, get the answer they need, and they didn't disrupt workflow. So just those few little things from uh, right that I would start off with right off the bat that would help of just the business, the sales. Whether it's running comps and ARVs, like you can build out your custom GPTs to go run out and run comps from you again from even social media posts. If you're not active on like social media for brand awareness on a deal you bought or deal you sold or somebody you helped, you can build out automation, but also AI to help write the post for you automatically and post it daily. Like
Yeah,
there's no shortage of ideas.
that's amazing. And you said that you are recently launching something new, correct?
Yeah, so actually, just for the clarity, we're getting ready to test this out. But just yesterday, what was launched anew was OpenAI just released what's called Agent Mode. So Agent Mode is where you know how like sometimes you'll type, "Hey, look for some information," and get you in, then you got to go do some work with it. Well, what if AI could just do the thing for you? What if you could say, "Hey, go look for some fun places to go, schedule me a time, and book me an appointment. Here's my budget." Now it'll open up and like run in a browser and you can actually see it. It'll go search all the websites for you. It'll find the places based on what it knows about you. It'll even book the reservation, put it on your calendar, and do it all for you. You don't have to connect to it. Same with like building out a presentation. Hey, I got a big presentation I need to go do, and it's got to be on this topic. Go research it and build out a presentation. What if you got all this data that you got and you're running all these here's an example. Maybe you only have funds to buy one multifamily deal, okay? But you got like 20 deals to go analyze. Slap it in here, have it run performance for you, build out a spreadsheet, and give you a recommendation on what you want, on which one to purchase and why. It can do all of that. Even if it's not 100% accurate, because people get hung up. Yeah, but it's not perfect. Well, even if it did 90% of the work, and you just did the last 10% of looking at the data, verifying it, it did 90% of the work. That's that 10x of activity. That's that you're delegating to an assistant that doesn't cost you the assistant or the errors or the problems that it's going to make like another person would. It's going to be consistent. It's going to produce a result, and you still need to audit it. But man, if I can have 90% of the research done, there's a lot of work people don't do because they know the work it's going to take to do it. So even if I can have something do 90% of it and I only do 10% of that workload, I'm probably likely to do the work.
Definitely. Wow, that's so interesting. So, as the market is evolving, how do you see it? How do you see it evolving in the real estate investing market? And on the other end of it, where do you see people who aren't utilizing this kind of AI? Where do you think they're going to be?
Oh, that's the biggest part. They're going to be the people that are still going to the county records manually, mailing envelopes manually, writing the yellow letters manually. Like if you're in that space as an investor, you're probably left behind, right? Because that's the old ways of doing it, even just like 5, 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago, like writing a letter, right? Putting it in there and spending weekends licking envelopes versus using a process or a system or a tool. Real estate's a little bit behind on that front. But again, I'm going to give a shout out to the objectionproof.ai, a thing that automatically will analyze your sales call, give you a scoring system, automatic through AI, almost like you have a sales manager for every call. Not some of the calls that your sales manager can get to. Every call gets auto analyzed and automated. You're going to get left behind by people that are able to improve every call versus 1 out of 20 calls. I mean, that's a big difference. So it just allows for whatever you're good at to be done faster.
Yeah, absolutely. And so kind of just going back, how did you get into the real estate world?
So this is a funny thing. When I first joined the military, I was given some really good advice. Hey, you want 2 retirements? And I'm leaning in like, yeah, I want 2 retirements. All right, you're going to get the military retirement. But if you move every few years, just hold on to the property. The government will give it to you, VA loans, right? Just hold on to the properties. Then after 20 years, you got a handful of properties and you can retire off of 2 incomes. And I was like, or 2 retirements. I'm like, all right, let's do that. Well, in 2018, I reflected back and I'm like, this could take a long time and I don't like this slow way. So then it was like, go figure out how to get deals. And then when I realized, after losing 40K on your first deal, and we can talk about that another time, right? I was like, okay, there's got to be a system and a process for it. And I, being a systems engineer, quickly identified that it's a repeat process. So for the first few years of building the business, we didn't take a single rental. And the goal was build the system, build the process, and then cherry pick from it. And so that's kind of how I got into it is like, I want to go faster. I want deals. Bought a turnkey property, lost 40K, wasn't a good thing. How did they find a deal? Let me repeat that process.
Well, I think that's so important. I think that a lot of people, especially getting into the real estate industry, think it's just going to be a bunch of money all the time and
Oh yeah.
everything's always going to go well.
No, far from it, right? I mean, the kicker is learning from those mistakes as they happen, right? I was just chatting with another person that lost 45K on a deal, and it was all due to like holding, and it took much longer, and so it's just kind of planning and budgeting for those kind of things, and learning from your lessons. Don't repeat the same mistakes, and don't give up because, again, there's money you're going to pay either way, whether you pay a program or you pay a coach to speed the learning curve, or you do it yourself and pay with time and do it right, or you pay through the mistakes that you learn and you just got to learn from them. Don't let it take you off the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's such great advice. And so, what's next for you with this company? You just launched something brand new, but do you have anything else coming up that you're excited about?
Yeah, so a couple of things that I'm super excited about is like some of the lead management that we're working on and building within Joe Homebuyer, which is going to be awesome. So that's another fun product that we're working to build where to actually handle and do lead intake for you. It's not there to close yet. And there's a lot of tools that promise to manage your leads, but at such a premium that I'm like, that better close deals, right? Like I think I was looking at AirCall AI agent. It's pretty cool. But at what was it, 99 cents per minute. I had to double check that. 99 cents a minute. I'm like, okay, that's $60 an hour. At $60 an hour, that better be a closer, not just somebody to handle a lead intake call. And so what we want is the cost of a VA, the quality of a US person, but available like a machine 24/7. And that's what we're trying to focus on building for lead management.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And where can people find out more about you?
Sure, on social media for sure. So like, reach out to Facebook. They can also reach out directly to me at like vcourtney at rhinosystems.ai. And love to, anybody who wants to talk shop, strategize, or wants to just have clarity on what they can do and what they can use AI for, because that seems to be a big hang up. Is like, I know I need to use it in my business, but where and how? I'd love to jump on a 15-minute call just to help with the strategy.
Yes, everyone, please take advantage of that. That's so generous to give out your email address. So,
Yeah.
this has been awesome. I mean, this went by really quick, but you gave such great information about AI. I actually learned a lot in this call.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. And of course, like, love this, passionate about it. I always say use AI to become your unfair advantage right now because people are taking too long to implement right now.
Totally. I mean, I think it's such great advice, and I absolutely agree with it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So thank you so much for being here today, Vance. And everybody, if you love this podcast, please subscribe and please check out Rhino Systems AI. So we'll see you
Awesome.
back next time. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, Kristen. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.